You know, for an Inazuma character, this is a really weird place to start in. Hey guys, it's ACairconditioner, and welcome back for more Genshin Impact main story. Last time we did the CNN character story quest, and it got me with that cutscene. I'm not gonna talk about it. And today we're gonna be today it's gonna be probably a really lighthearted one. I'm not gonna expect much from this one. It's Chiori's quest, and yeah, I mean, there's not much to talk about it. I mean, like, Chiori only made an appearance like one time, and that was in an unlimited event, no less. So I'm assuming we're gonna take that as canon. I would assume so, but I would hope that they have something planned. Off chance you have not done the 4.3 event. But honestly, I don't think this is gonna be a lore heavy one. I honestly think this is just gonna be a pretty quick, wholesome story. I'm not gonna expect too much out of this one.
It seems like there's another event going on at the court of Fontaine! Look at that! Roadside signs as far as the eye can see!
Okay.
Let's see what they're for. Fontaine Fashion Week? Ooh, why don't we go check out some of the shops? Maybe we can pick up some cool new clothes!
And yeah, like, you know what's funny thing? Every time we keep saying this, they end up getting really good. So, high possibility that I'm gonna eat my words, considering I'm not gonna expect too much. But we'll see what happens. But I like Chiori so far though. Chiori looks pretty interesting, just based on her event appearance.
Is this really okay? I told you I could do it using the leftover funds from the original deposit. Don't tell me you're afraid that I cheaped out on the dress.
No, not at all. I have only the fullest faith in your work, Miss Chiori. I'm just in shock, that's all. It's always been my dream to wear a Chioria boutique dress for my wedding. I really thought the chance had passed me by.
Wait, isn't that Chiori? She's actually at her shop today?
Maybe it's because of Fontaine Fashion Week.
Oh, you've got a point there. Well, once she's done with her customer, we can go and ask her.
I'm a woman of my word. If I say I can do something, then it'll be done. The first rule of business is to always keep your promises. Now, remember to not fold the gown, or store it under direct sunlight. I'd recommend only taking it out on the day of the wedding. But from the look on your face, I can tell that may be a little difficult for you.
Oh, I'll try my best. Once he sees me in this, his jaw is gonna drop straight to the floor.
Chiori, you're actually at your shop today!
Is that really so shocking? It is mine, after all. Anything you're looking for today? A custom design, or perhaps some ready-to-wear outfits for kids?
Chiori, can you break the fourth wall and actually convince Hoyoverse to give Traveler an outfit? Like, can we actually get a legit, like, brand new outfit? We've been, like, needing something. Hoyoverse, can we actually get a new outfit for Traveler? Seriously. We actually want to ask about Fontaine Fashion Week.
Oh. That. Well, if news of the event has reached your ears, I suppose the Fontaine Apparel Association's advertising efforts have paid off.
Are there any fun and popular activities that we can take part in?
Ugh, Fashion Week isn't what I'd call fun. But it certainly always attracts a crowd. It's a fashion
I was
extravaganza.
gonna say it's fun for the customers, but it's not to be fun for the people responsible for making these outfits.
Will you be showing us some of your designs too?
It's gonna be a lot of work. But I mean, I
Of
guess it could be
course.
fun showing off
All
outfits.
designers at the court of Fontaine use the week to advertise their brand. If
And it's
you're
good for
lucky,
advertisement.
you could even land a large amount of orders as soon as the main show ends. Come to think of it, it was also at a previous fashion week that our label first took off.
Aren't you pretty much an established name now? People will still buy your clothes even if you don't participate this year, right?
I mean, it's always
Yeah,
smart to play
that's
safe,
not quite
though.
how it works. While many people buy clothes for fit and style, the fashion industry also strongly values a label's artistic vision and creative direction.
The best place to show that is in
Why
Fashion
would
Week.
anyone patronize a label that hasn't even bothered to put out any new
Exactly.
designs for the year? In the end, fashion is just a representation of the spirit of the times. People support your brand because they support the vision it represents.
Huh. Okay, so maybe fashion's more complicated than Paimon.
Yeah, it's a lot more complicated than you think.
All that complicated stuff aside, you're saying we'll be able to see new Chiori designs at the show?
Absolutely. The designs have already been finalized. I'm just waiting for the fabrics to arrive.
Ooh, are you using materials you can't get in Fontaine?
Well, I still have a certain partiality to Inazuma-made fabrics. The textures are pleasant to the touch, and their familiarity gives me a sense of security.
Oh, Paimon gets it! It's that feeling of home.
Ugh, something like that. Yes.
We're a long way from Inazuma, though. Aren't you concerned that your shipment might get lost or stolen along the way?
I'm assuming she has contingencies.
No need to worry. I've already taken steps to ensure
Yeah.
that it'll arrive safely. I've entrusted the job to Komani Express's most reliable courier.
Oh, okay, that's gonna make an appearance in the main story.
Excuse me. Coming through. Coming through.
She is. Oh wow.
Chiori, your shipment's here. I know it's quite late, so I'm really sorry.
I never thought we were gonna see Kadala in the main story at all.
Deep
I'm
breaths,
shocked.
Kirara. Then start again.
Oh, so Kirara's the courier you were talking about.
Lots of
Hey, Traveler in Paimon.
event-only characters
Fancy
this time
seeing you
around,
here in
huh?
Fontaine. It's been a while.
Okay, yeah, no, okay, so 100% the dialogue would change depending on if you did the event or not. Because Kirara is another character that only showed up in events, because she only showed up in one event. The TCG event, case in point. Yes, indeed.
Wait a second. This is the second time that you've seen me flub a delivery job now, isn't it? Oh, you somehow always happen to catch me off my game, huh?
So she doesn't acknowledge
So,
it
what was
here.
the holdup?
Which
Sailing
makes a lot of
delays, bad
sense.
weather.
Huh? No, nothing like that. I just ran into a bit of trouble, that's all.
Yeah, you're
Bandits, then? Or treasure hoarders? A few run-ins on the road aren't usually enough to give you any trouble.
maybe something bigger.
Well, I didn't run into anyone exactly.
Or
I
you're
got a little
just-
lost.
Kirara, your tails.
Keeping you honest as always, I see.
You're not a good liar, girl. I'm sorry.
Alright. I was stopped by a group of bandits as soon as I entered Fontaine.
Yeah, but they want to give you the
They
most
were a
trouble.
little different from the ones I usually run into. I could hear them mumbling about Komani Express. It was obvious they were looking for someone with two tails.
They were hunting you?
So it was a targeted hit?
I got the sense that they were actually targeting Chiori's goods.
Yeah, but then how did they know to
Like
target
flower
you
shipment?
specifically then?
Yeah, they said that I could go as long as I left the goods with them. Otherwise, they'd stuff me in
Whoa,
a delivery
okay.
box and toss me into the sea to drown.
Oh, are you okay, Kirara?
Oh, I'm good. I'm still a yokai after all. I turned them over to the guards.
Yeah,
It
okay.
just took me a while to round them all up.
Well, it's not completely out of the ordinary for one of your deliveries to get intercepted. But it still doesn't make sense how you knew it was my goods they were after.
Yeah, they would know that she
You've
had
got other
her goods
deliveries to make
specifically,
in
which is why she was
Fontaine, don't you?
targeted.
Is there something else that you're keeping from me?
How did they know that?
Well,
It's
Perhaps I need to reconsider how many stars to give you in my review.
Chiori, don't be mean.
you always know how to get me, Chiori. Alright, I'll talk. So, I kinda wanted to know why anyone would order a hit on me, so I spent a bit of time investigating.
You thought
One
it
of
was
the
part of
bandits had a
it
loose
was the
tongue,
goods.
which saved me some time. He said that a certain person had commissioned them to intercept Chioria Boutique's
So it's
delivery.
a commission.
And who might this person be?
Chiori, why don't we just let this one go? I mean, I didn't really get injured, and you've still got Fashion Week to worry about.
Could it be one of her
I
rivals?
appreciate
I mean,
your
Chiori's
kindness,
rivals?
Kirara, but if I don't teach this person a lesson, I doubt they'll stop here. Anyone that dares to mess with one of my friends deserves a stern talking to and then some.
All right. The guy said that the commissioner was someone by the name
Uther.
of Uther.
Uther.
Uther?
No, that name rings a bell. Wouldn't you say, Kirara?
Why?
Well, that's exactly why I didn't want to bring it up to you.
Oh, you both know this person then.
So you both know this Uther guy?
Through Chiori's complaints about him, sure. He's a fellow fashion designer who's made it his goal in life to make hers as miserable
Oh, so it
as
is her
possible.
rival. He is her rival.
So he's like a business rival.
Sounds about right to
A
me.
rival is what you call someone who fights you fair and square. Uther, however, just has it out for me as a designer. He's publicly disparaged my design choices, my use of materials. He's practically tried every trick in the book to ruin my good name. I've already warned him before to compete with me fair and square, but I guess he prefers playing dirty. Well, I'm more than happy to oblige.
Wait, Chiori, where are you going?
To teach someone a lesson. You must be tired after your long journey. Why don't you rest in my shop for a little while before heading back?
Chiori! Wait!
And she's gone.
Well,
Oh no. What should we do?
You seem concerned. Should we be worried about Chiori?
Well, she's always been the type of person to face things head on. But with her fiery temper, I'm just worried
Yeah.
whatever she's about to do will feel negative publicity about her right before the start of Fashion Week.
and maybe
Traveler,
that's what Uther is
Paimon,
going for.
Could you go after her and check out the situation for me? As a formal employee of Komonia Express, it wouldn't be appropriate for me to get involved.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll take good care of Chiori.
To be honest, I'm more worried about that Uther guy's safety.
Or in this case, maybe both of them. Susoria Chapter Act 1. But yeah, Kira's appearance actually was a surprise for me. But it honestly does make a lot of sense. So if you know anything about Kirara, when she first came out back in 3.7, she was the focus character for the TCG event, actually. That's not Sheriffros, is it? I can tell that's Sheriffros. If you look at her story, you actually learn about Chiori, actually, from Kirara's story, and know that, that Chiori does live in Fontaine, despite being an Inazuma. And we also know that Chiori is the one that worked on Kirara's outfit, alongside a few other characters' outfits as well, actually. So if you like this, if you like specifically Kirara's, Navia's, and the Magician Twins designs, you have Chiori to thank for that. And yeah, that is Sheriffros, so we're getting a lot of event lock characters in the main story this time around. A lot of them.
Any chance you're on the clock, officer?
3 for 3 so far.
Nothing good ever comes out of you addressing me like that. Oh? And I see the Traveler and Paimon are here too.
Chevras, we meet again.
Has everything been going well?
Well, things have been fine on my end. We were able to bring in a large number of recruits thanks to that film we made.
Yeah, so yeah, see, so again, if you have not done the TCG event or the film event, which is 3.7 and 4.3 respectively, special dialogues will not happen normally. I'm assuming. I'm gonna jump the gun here and assume that, because I know dialogue changes does happen depending on if you do events or not. But this is
I suppose
cool.
the trade-off is that I'm now constantly getting stopped for autographs while out on patrol.
Because she's an
Not
actress
ideal,
now.
if you ask me.
Or part-time
Well,
actress.
You were one of the leading roles after all.
So, did something happen?
Indeed it did. I'll need you to come with me.
I only ever hear that phrase from you. Usually I'm the one asking people to do that.
Well, are you coming?
Not before I know what you're planning.
Of
Have
course
I
you
ever
are.
made a bad call?
The better question is, have you ever made one that didn't violate proper procedure?
Okay. A man hired a group of bandits. to
Sheriff's
mug
is
my
playing it
friend.
safe. Fair
I'm
enough.
about to go teach him a lesson.
Are you sure this is something you should be telling the captain of the special patrol? It's getting hard to tell whether you're here to report a case or turn yourself in for one.
Or both.
Neither. I'm requesting personal supervision from said captain, so I don't do anything too out of line.
Are you planning to?
Not if I can help it.
Alright, where is this person?
And this is where we get to stick
Follow
close to her.
me.
Every time. But yeah, even Sheriff makes an appearance in the main story now too.
Just promise you'll start trying to keep yourself out of trouble.
Well, when trouble stops coming my way, I'll be sure to get on that.
Like, for all I know, maybe Shikanai and Jesus can make an appearance randomly in the main story as well. I mean, he's the only other character that's
This
event
should be
locked.
the place. You all wait here.
Story, like,
I'll
appearance
go
wise.
have a chat with him.
Don't rough him up though,
You know,
okay?
Chevroz, Paimon gets the sense that you two are actually pretty close.
You think?
It's just as Chiori said. We got to know each other pretty well in our lines of work. You could call it a you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours sort of situation.
Does Chiori often need your help?
I'd say it's mutual. The Special Patrol needs her help quite often as well. We've got tough problems of our own. Getting people to talk, for example.
Oh, so Chiori's a good
Uniform,
interrogator.
The musket, they're intimidating. Most people clam up the minute they see us. Lips sealed so tight, getting them to talk almost feels like trying to break into the fortress of Maripede. But put them in a clothing boutique, and they suddenly start gushing faster than the waters at the
Are you
fountain of
serious?
Lucine.
Oh, is it because they're trying to show off or something?
Yep. People are vain creatures. They can't help but want to talk up new developments in their lives or show off how much they know about other people. And nothing brings out that sort of vanity quite like fashion. As a result, Chiori often picks up on all kinds of information in her shop. Most of her customers are members of the upper class, which means they're pretty much up to the gills in wealth and intel.
You scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. Huh, Paimon gets
Yeah.
it now?
Exactly. I'm also
She
here
provides
to
them
ensure
with
Chiori's
information.
safety. Those
Sheriff
who
is
make trouble for
provides
her
her with
also
protection.
tend to be rich and powerful. And in some very rare cases, I'm forced to protect other people from Chiori herself. So, who got on her case this time? It's been a while since I last saw her that angry.
Oh, so this is what happened.
Time skip.
Huh? Uther, you say?
You know him?
You've heard of him?
Yep. He's made trouble for Chiori several times already. He's fond of pretty much every dirty trick in the book. I heard that even the Maison Gardiennage issued him a warning due to his behavior. So
Really?
he's back at it, huh? His funeral, I guess.
Whoa, what's this about a funeral all of a sudden?
I just meant that Uther's
I like
done
to say it
for.
means he's done for, yeah.
Bring it in, you two. Get right up close.
Sure, but why?
Because this is probably going to turn into one of those very rare cases I just talked about.
Oh no. Oh! Oh yeah, he is so dead.
Stay away from me!
He is so dead.
Has anyone ever taught you the definition of stupidity?
Are you serious? Are you serious? They just did not pull a Voss Montenegro from Far Cry 3 with Chiori. You are kidding. They did not just pull a Voss with Chiori.
Stupidity is doing the same meaningless thing.
It
over
is just Voss's
and
line.
again.
That's
It
just
appears
Voss's
you've forgotten what I told you before. So, allow me to refresh your memory. Lay off the dirty tricks.
Okay, for people that doesn't have any context, is a very popular villain in the Far Cry series that goes by the name of Voss Montenegro, and his iconic line is, "Do you know the definition of insanity?" Not stupidity, but insanity. This is just basically the same thing.
Oh, and if you dare,
And it's
lay
the
your
most
hands on my
iconic
friend again,
line
you can expect a far
in
less
video
pleasant
game
landing
history.
next time.
Chiori?
I cannot believe you pulled a Voss
Officer,
Montenegro.
an assault's in progress! Please, officer, you've got to do something!
Nope.
Of course. I'll do my utmost to investigate the situation. Unfortunately, I was chatting with this traveler and seemed to have missed what happened.
Whoops.
Not to worry, though. If you'd allow me to search the scene, I'm sure I'll be able to collect some useful evidence. You don't mind, do you? There's nothing in there that would implicate you in any illegal activity, I would hope.
Forget it.
Smooth,
It
Sheriff.
wasn't that big
Smooth.
of a deal.
Ms. Chiori, I must also ask you to refrain from engaging in such disorderly conduct in the future.
Can't believe she
Especially out in
full
the
of
open
boss.
like this.
What the heck?
Apologies, officer. I guess you could say I'm just used to tossing out any trash I come across on the street.
You...
Is there anything else either of you have to say for yourselves?
I never thought Genshin will make
That's all
a
from me.
alternate game
I
reference though.
sincerely hope that today's events will never
I
happen
thought this was
again.
gonna be a Star Wars thing, but no,
We'll
it's a
see
Genshin
about
thing too.
that.
Color me surprised. No, bye.
That scared the heck out of Paimon! How did he just go flying out like that?
I don't know what I should say. Such incredible strength.
You're too kind.
Now's not the time to be accepting compliments. What happened to not doing anything too out of line?
Oh, not if I could help it, is what I said. And I think I kept to that. I
Yeah,
started
'cause
with a
throwing him
verbal
out the
warning,
door
but he displayed
is
neither
definitely
shame
keeping
nor
it cool.
remorse. If anything, he kept running his mouth with insults and threats.
So you threw him out the door?
Insults and threats so bad that he deserved to be tossed out like a sack of trash?
Believe it or not, they were that bad. He deserved to get knocked down a peg. It's the only way to get him to stop.
You could have reported him to the guards.
Oh, I will. But it'll take some time for them to gather evidence. And he denied that he ever had anything to do with those bandits. I don't want anything else to happen during Fontaine Fashion Week. On top of that, if Kirara is going to continue delivering goods for me, the least I can do is guarantee her safety. Oh, that reminds me. There is another favor I'd like to ask of you today.
Oh, you want her to protect Kirara?
What a shame. I believe you've already used up your favor quota for the day.
Oh, never mind then.
Have I? Well, it's a good thing I was planning on taking an advance on tomorrow's quota then.
Don't you think you're maxed out on advances already?
I always pay you back in information, don't I? It's just like you said. You scratch my back, and I scratch yours.
I think we found a ship in Fontaine, guys. I think we found our ship in Fontaine. Which is weird, which is kind of odd that Sheriff Rose and Chiori of all people. But yeah. I'm still in shock that they did the Vaz Montenegro reference, and I cannot believe they did not get sued. I don't know. But no, why would they get, no, why would Horifist get sued? Never mind.
We're back.
I'm just more surprised that that was just allowed in the first place.
You were gone for an awfully long time. Oh, please tell me nothing bad happened.
Oh, shouldn't they brand the person?
There's nothing to worry about. All you need to know is that you'll never have to worry about someone in Fontaine messing with your deliveries again.
Sorry, Chiori. I didn't mean to cause you so much trouble.
What are you talking about? You didn't do anything wrong. Those greedy bandits are to blame, along with a certain someone who doesn't know when to lay off the petty tricks. The next time you need to leave the city, call the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. They'll escort you half of the way, and the Spina di Rasula can take the second half.
Wow, you can use Navia's
With
script
that
too?
sort of escort, the next time you make a delivery, those treasure hoarders won't go anywhere near your goods. Unless, of course, it's to offer to carry them for you.
Good one, Chiori.
I'm being serious. You know me. If I bring something up, you can assume it's already a done deal. You're going back to Inazuma tomorrow, right?
Wait, you don't mean...
I've already spoken to the captain of the Special Patrol. As discussed, the patrol's going to take a small detour during their daily training tomorrow.
Really? You
As
get
for Nadia,
really?
I'll give her a heads up in a bit.
I was gonna say you haven't even notified Navia of
There's
this.
no need. I'm just a simple courier. I don't need to be surrounded by a bunch of armed guards. Or ones with sunglasses, for that matter.
Oh, she's referring to
This is a bit
Spina.
much.
Well, you certainly shouldn't count on such a procession for
Ones
every
with
trip you make to
sunglasses.
Fontaine.
Yeah, she knows.
It's just a one-off thing, for my own peace of mind. It'll also show those guys what'll happen to those who dare to mess with my friends.
Since she's already talked to the patrol, just think of it as a you scratch my back, I scratch yours type of situation.
Yes, well put.
Well, if you think it's a good idea, Traveler, then I guess it's fine.
I mean, even I think this is overkill, but I don't
with the
blame
bad
her.
guys out of the way and your goods safely delivered, everything should be good to go for Fontaine Fashion Week, right?
I believe so. I'll try to churn out a few more outfits over the next few days. I've heard a lot of suppliers will be participating this year.
Paimon's gonna take a guess and say suppliers are super important.
Of course they are.
But of course, they supply us designers with funding, equipment, factory access. You have to work with them if you want to become a truly renowned fashion house. That's also why this year's Fashion Week is so important to me.
But isn't your brand already really famous, Chiori? Your clothes are so pretty and so nice to wear. I can't help but brag about them to my customers whenever I get the chance.
Even so, I would imagine there are still people who've never heard of the Chiori brand, yes?
Well, I mean, with the amount of places that I deliver to, it's only natural that some people from other nations haven't heard of it.
Yeah.
Then it's still not famous enough. My goal is to make the Chiori brand
That's
renowned throughout
ambitious.
all of Teyvat.
All of it? Your business would have to get pretty huge then.
You're gonna need to have like a branch set up in every single nation,
Would that mean I
not
could
just
go
in
to any
Fontaine.
Chiori branch on the continent to get my clothes fixed? It has been pretty inconvenient having to come to Fontaine every time I need to get them patched up.
Alternatively, of course, you could just be a bit more careful with them. They're already about as durable as I can make them.
Okay, I'll admit, they do get snagged on branches pretty often, but I can't help it. It's hard to be careful about that sort of thing when you're trying to take a nice nap in a tree.
Well, if that's your dream, Chiori, then we should do our best to make it a reality. Is there anything we can do to help out with Fashion Week?
I'm sure I could think of something.
Ooh, what is it? What is it?
Why don't you come to my shop tomorrow and model for me? Simply put, you'll serve as my living mannequins.
Okay.
Oh, so we get to try on some of your clothes? Got it!
Give Ether a new outfit,
Seeing them on the
please.
rack will also give me the chance to make some small adjustments to the stitching and the silhouette of the designs.
Sounds easy enough.
Do you need us for the runway too?
No need. We've already booked the models for that.
Okay.
If you like them, though, feel free to visit the boutique and see if anything catches your eye. I'll even give you a special discount.
Ooh, sounds great! Paimon was just starting to get curious about all this design stuff.
Then we have a deal. You'll model some formal wear, Traveler, and I don't know. Paimon here will show off some kids' designs.
Yeah, there you go. That works.
I'll see you both tomorrow then.
Yep, sounds good. Wait, kids' clothes? Paimon told you already she's not a little kid.
Paimon, it's not that simple.
My husband promised to get me a replica of the most eye-catching outfit from the show.
Speaking of clothes, do yours happen to need any mending right now, Kirara?
Well, since you asked, Chiori, there's this part around my waist.
Oh, need a bit of letting out around the middle.
No! It's a tear. Those bad guys did it.
Honestly, I really do like so far Chiori's character seems interesting, and again I think I saw this in the TCG videos. I actually really do like Kirara's character, which is surprising to me. Yeah, we actually get to enter Chiori's boutique because I don't think normally you can do that. Normally.
Chiori, we're here!
Ugh, you're here early. I haven't even opened the shop yet.
Well, nothing goes further though. There's no plot happening.
Wait, has Kirara left already?
Yep, with the special patrol. Bright and early.
Did everything go alright on the road?
I'm hoping.
I believe so. The patrol makes for quite the entourage. The way they marched forward with Kirara in the center, you'd think she
Oh
was
my
some sort of
God.
VIP. For the second leg, the Spina also came with a
No,
pretty large group.
Navi walking with
led
the
by Navi
glasses
herself.
just next to
They
Kira
took
in
care
her
to clear the path
yokai form.
beforehand as well. Kirara won't so much as step on a single stray rock
This
on her
is
journey.
funny.
I even heard that Navia decided out of the blue to make a batch of macarons as a going-away gift
Aw.
for Kiara. An excellent souvenir to remember.
Nah, that's just
Fontaine
kind of
by,
not
I'd
for your
say.
character appearance.
Sounds like Navia really got into it.
My
How is she
thoughts
not confused by
exactly.
walking next to a
She
walking
even
box?
lamented the fact that she didn't have time to prepare something even fancier.
I mean, I guess
I'm pretty
Navia's
sure she can't
open-minded.
wait for another escort opportunity to come her way.
You know, now that you mention Navia, Paimon thinks the two of you are actually pretty similar. You say what you mean, and when you have an idea, you really hit the ground running.
I suppose that's why we're such good friends. Navia has a certain resilience about her. It's part of who she is. No
Yeah.
matter what comes her way, she never bows down in the face of adversity. That sort of determination and courage is something I really admire.
And that sort of determination and courage in the face of adversity all comes from, well, their loyalty to something. Both Navi and Chiori are very loyal to a front. Whenever they talk about like promises or specific goals or, you know, their motivations and all stem from loyalty.
That same spirit is the true vision of my brand. When she first mentioned commissioning an outfit from my boutique, well, I'm sure you can imagine my excitement.
It's like
I
finding
think you
the
know where I'm
perfect
going
brand
with that.
ambassador, huh?
Indeed. Customers pay attention not just to the clothes, but also to the figures in society who wear said clothes. People like to copy the styles of those they look up to.
Huh. And here Paimon thought all that mattered was for the clothes to look cute.
Fashion is about more than just looks, my dear. Especially if you've got your sights set on a market the size of Teyvat. Well, would you look at the time?
Oh yeah. Come on.
I can imagine Chiori having a Rolex. She's just like looking at her like Rolex, like all
Indeed.
fancily.
Give me a moment while I go retrieve some fabrics and sample outfits. Why don't you help me set up the shop displays in the meantime?
Set them up. How exactly?
Just carefully organize the ready-to-wear clothes with an eye toward their types and styles. This way, we can guarantee that the customers will see something different every day.
Whoa, there sure is a lot that goes into running a store.
Yeah, it's not easy to manage it.
Well then, I'll leave the displays to
Which
you.
is why opening up multiple branches across Teyvat is an ambitious plan.
So, we just need to put all the clothes with similar styles together, right?
Yep.
Please organize the clothes with an eye towards their types and styles. I'm counting on you.
Okay, let's just repeat dialogue here. Honestly, I might make a habit that's to like talk through like the characters right before I continue with the story. In this main kimono right here. This is men's formal. I'm assuming this could be women's formal. Yep. It's actually nice that she has Instrument outfits as well,
You might just have an eye
alongside
for design.
Fontaine outfits.
Anyway, let's move on to the real task at hand. Over here, stand still. I'll take your measurements first.
And which is obviously just like Japanese and
Excuse me, Miss
Like-
Chiori.
Oh, good morning,
European
Leanne.
outfits.
How have you been recently?
European formal attire and Japanese formal attire, obviously.
Too bad.
Your gown will be ready next week, so there's no need to worry about missing the ball. Or did you come here today because you'd like to make a new request, perhaps?
Oh, no. Nothing like that, Miss Chiori. To be honest, I came here today to cancel my order for that gown.
Canceling your order.
Cancel your order.
But you can keep the deposit, of course. I know you can't return any materials you've already used.
Don't worry about the materials. I'm more concerned about you. Did something happen, Leanne? Have your plans changed? It's alright. I'm not trying to make things difficult for you. I'll take note of the cancellation.
Thank you. I'm really sorry.
That's a bit
Don't
concerning.
worry about it. Just let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Is it just Paimon, or was she acting a bit strange just now? Wonder why she wouldn't tell us why she was canceling her order.
It's not a big deal. These things happen every once in a while. A family emergency, an important payday falling through, a lover's quarrel, no one to take you to the ball. I've pretty much heard it all. Judging from the look on her face, something's keeping her from revealing the truth to us. It's best not to pry.
Understandable.
Well, guess this means you'll have more time to work on Fashion Week, right?
That's true. Come, let's pick up where we left off.
Oh, wait, what?
Is Miss Chiori in?
I am. How can I help you?
I'd like to return this item.
What the heck?
Oh. Could I ask why?
It's just, not to my liking. You said I could get a refund if I wasn't satisfied, so that's why I'm here.
That's
Is
two.
there something about it that didn't meet your expectations? Are the sleeves too short? Or is the color too dark? I can always make those adjustments for you.
No, no need. You don't have to concern yourself with that. I'd just like that refund, please.
And I'd be happy to process that for you. If you could just tell me the cause of your dissatisfaction.
Is Chiori here? I'd like to return my
How
outfit.
many people?
Another one?
That's
Is
three.
there some sort of new calamity coming that I haven't heard about? Another flood? Or an apocalypse, maybe? What does the prophecy say this time? You'll be spared if you get rid of all your clothes? Surely the entire population of Fontaine didn't convene and pick this one day to come and return my clothes. What is going on?
What kind of rags are you trying to sell us, huh? The way I see it, this shop is nothing more than a black market front run by
Oh,
dirty
shoot.
criminals.
Please calm down, sir.
What is he talking about?
They don't want to be associated with the Chiori
Haven't you
brand.
heard? Chioria Boutique has been exposed for having close ties with criminals. It's all over the papers.
Seriously?
And just who is it that dares to throw that accusation around?
Who do you think?
Well, you tell us. The fabrics you've got here, they're all sourced from underground factories, aren't they?
I've been transparent about my materials from the very beginning. I've already proved there's nothing wrong with them. If a little hearsay and baseless slander are enough to convince you, then by all means, go ahead and hand over your garments right now. Spare yourself from the
Wow, isn't
flood
this
of clothes.
familiar?
Or have you not been convinced of that one just yet?
You...
Elof!
Miss Chiori?
Go outside and help these customers with their return requests. There's no need to ask them why. We'll refund them at the purchase price.
Alright.
And once you're done, put up the sign that says we're closed for the day.
Got it.
Chiori.
These rumors.
They couldn't be more fabricated if you tried. No need to worry about them. I'm sure they'll go away on their own in a few days. The real goal here is to divert my attention away from Fashion Week. The best response right now is to tune it out and focus on finalizing my designs.
If you say so, but Paimon still can't help but worry.
The best way to respond to public skepticism is to let your work speak for itself. There will be no doubt about the quality of my work once my new designs are released. The public just has to see it for themselves.
Miss Chiori, bad news!
Oh, for the love of... Can a woman not get a moment of peace to do her work? Go on. What's the matter now?
It's our accessories supplier. They just sent word that they'll no longer be able to supply us during Fashion Week.
Really? That fast?
What? No accessories? Not even the ones we pre-ordered?
Yes, that's what their messenger said.
Why?
And what about the models we asked them to book for us?
I think they'll probably pull out as well.
Even the suppliers believe those nasty rumors?
Yeah, but there's no evidence. You might want to
Is
get.
the
You
messenger
might
still
want to get
here?
to the source of this. I'll
No,
be honest.
we've already left.
Wow,
So,
convenient.
no accessories means no brooches, no bow ties, things like that?
Nothing.
Not just that. It means no gems, ribbons, gold thread. All the elements that lend life and soul to my designs.
But if you take those away, does that mean you won't be able to make your designs at all?
Alof, you stay and watch the shop. I'll go talk to the supplier myself.
We'll go with you. Maybe we'll be able to find out what happened.
Yeah, and we can vouch with your clothes.
Thank you. In that case, please come with me.